The truth is, Somalians disrespected Black Americans, and that is why they are leaving America. Ask me in what way or in what sense. Let me tell you in the sense. Do you remember when Somalians were saying, "I'm not Black, I'm Somali," or "I'm Somalians, I'm not Black"? Now, what they're saying is not wrong, right? But the intent behind why they are saying it is what is wrong. We all know that in America, if you're not indigenous, you're not Black, right? You might be from Africa, you might be Caribbean, you might be all of them, but you're not Black. We all know that, we agree. But these people, we are saying, "I'm not Black," for spite's sake. They were trying to spite Black Americans. Those people were looking at it, and it came with a whole lot. It came with even them flying their Somali flag in Minnesota. It's so serious. And look at what's happening today. They are going to leave the country whether they like it or not. Their TPS, whatever, is no longer going to protect them again. Right now, federal agents are on their case and they must leave America. For me, I'm so happy. The fact that they have looked down and belittled Black Americans, people who built that country, they should go. Watch these videos anyways. I'll still tell you why I'm angry with this set of people. Watch these videos. I'm coming.
These people been here for 30 years. And for 30 years, they refuse to assimilate. As a matter of fact, they done turned Minnesota into Little Somalia. Even changed the flag of Minnesota to reflect Somalia. They wasn't trying to be Americans. They were trying to recreate home. But when you tell them it's time to go home, suddenly it's a problem. When you say it's time to pack your bags because your temporary protection is over, honey. It's time to pack your bags and go home. Now suddenly it's a problem. Oh, we Americans though. We Americans. Since when? You ain't never tried to be American. You tried to change America. You tried to create your own little Somalia that you could safely have things your way in. Well, we're telling you that we don't want our cities changed into Somalia. We're going to give you a bus ride, a plane ride, a boat ride, and everything else you need until you back safely in Somalia. And let's hope them boats don't get pirated along the way.
Why did I see a tweet today talking about the fact that Trump is targeting Somali people in Minnesota is going to put Black Americans at risk? I don't think so. I think that Black Americans and Somali people don't look anything alike, first of all. Second of all, they don't even consider themselves Black.
We are Somalis, not Black. There, I said it.
Somalis are not Black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I Black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as Black, we can't be Black, bro.
Somalis are not Black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term Black. The term Black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that, Sahib. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, "Are you Black?" I said, "I'm not Black, Sahib. I don't accept that term."
Somalis are not Black. There's a difference between African and Black.
You think that a person, any person, can't tell the difference between a Black American and a Somali person? I don't think so. I think that you can tell the difference between a Somali person and a Black American person. Like, I really do. And I'm just saying.
So Somalians are trying to drag Black Americans into their fight. Check this out.
But Trump based his order on a report whose author has made it clear that his goal is to denationalize and deport as many Somali Americans as possible. This is not about crime. It's not about safety. This is about purging people like me from this country. Minnesota has always been a welcoming place for people fleeing a home country that is blasted by war, poverty, and hunger. Europeans in the 19th and 20th century, Black Americans from the South, Hmong.
That was a call for allyship, and they threw the race card out there. We're all black. What happened to I'm not black, I'm Somalian? And what happened to the call of allyship when y'all was scamming Minnesota out of hundreds of millions of dollars? They only pull out the race card when it's beneficial to them, because before this, they'll tell you, you're jealous because Somalians are driving Priuses. And there's no allyship when they taking advantage of all these government assistance programs. HUD, public housing, they're not going to let you in their building that they're in. And these are the same people that will tell you, if you black American Somalians will say, hey, my people came over here in planes and your people came over here in shackles and chains. Keep that same energy. I respect that. Since me and my peoples came over here in shackles and chains in a ship, I'm porting my ship right here. This is where I'm going to port my ship. Don't use black as a race card. Don't use black when it's beneficial. Keep that same energy. You not black, you Somalians. You not black, you Nigerians. Keep that same energy. Because when it's time to benefit off these government programs, like housing, all that stuff, they lock other people out. They don't care about nobody else but their own people. So why you yelling allyship now?
And now I'm understanding, and you're going to look at, I hear they ripped off Somalians. Ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody say, oh, that's not politically correct, I don't care.
Somali says black Americans don't know their fathers.
African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They would tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third. You know, subhanallah, it's one of the African American brother who accepted Islam. He said, Sheikh, Islam limited me. Only allowed me 4 wives. He said, before I became a Muslim, I had 40 girls, mashallah, tabarakallah. And I used to maintain all of them well, tabarakallah. But he said, now Islam is limiting me only to 4. So children will be well taken care of. And there won't be children who do not know.
You know, I'm sure that many Somalis would like to go back to where they came from and fix it. But the decades of civil war and then severe drought followed by devastating floods have led to 3.8 million displaced people in Somalia and 6.7 million who are unable to meet their basic food needs. Somalis came here trying to survive, and a man who grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth and lives in a gilded mansion called them garbage. A xenophobic rant today wasn't from your racist Aunt Marge, it was from the president, again. The very first step towards violently persecuting a minority is language just like that, because it eliminates the moral barriers that someone has towards how they treat a fellow human being. Except this time Trump's gone one worse than calling them animals or subhuman. He's literally called them something that gets thrown away in the trash. I don't really know how to explain to you if you don't already understand how cruel, inhumane, and dangerous the rhetoric is that's being spewed by the President of the United States, except to say that this is the same kind of dehumanizing language that was used in Germany, Cambodia, Bosnia, and Rwanda.
Why is the entire community silent when Somalis are being attacked? The entire Muslim community is silent. The Islamic leaders aren't saying anything. The imams aren't saying anything. Somali people have been there for every community that's in need, especially within the Muslim community. We stick up for everybody. We defend everybody. But when we're under attack, these people are nowhere to be seen. But the other day, when Dearborn was under attack, everybody wants to show solidarity. But when it's Somalis, when it's African Muslims, you guys turn a blind eye. And this is why we say we are not Arabs, because there is no solidarity within the Arab community, at least not for Africans. When it comes to our community, nobody wants to stick up for Somali people, but you guys want us to stick up for you. And alhamdulillah, we're a strong community, we're a solid community. We can take care of ourselves, like we can look out for ourselves. Everybody wants to ride the Somali wave. Everybody wants to play our music, eat Somali food. Every single time I'm on TikTok, all I hear is Somali this, Somali that, using our culture, our people, our community for clickbait. All these people that wanted to Nikki and dance for us, there you go. Where are they now? At the end of the day, we have to stick together and we have to protect our community. Somali people, at this time when we're vulnerable, I want you to watch out for which communities and which groups of people stand with us.
Minnesota was promised to us Somalis 2,000 years ago. Nuh-uh. The only thing that was promised to you Somalis 2,000 years ago is that light bulb shaped noggin you guys have. Burnt light bulb.
It's probably not my place to talk about it, but I think it's kind of crazy how Minnesota Somalis never failed to embarrass us. I'm not even talking about the ones that are like normal, like going to school, you know, actually trying to do something with their life. I'm talking about the ones that are actually involved in this fraud shit. The ones that are here on temporary protected status are probably not the ones involved in that, but they're the ones that are going to feel the most punishment. Like, this shit is going to ruin lives. It's going to ruin lives. And even bigger than that, why are we like giving these people ammo to look down on us even further? One of the few times we get mentioned on TV, there's a white man with a pointer explaining how Somalis have been stealing money for forever, how long. And of course, TPS going away is hypothetical because we don't even know if it's legal for Trump to do it. But yeah, news is forever. So Somalis being associated with this will be on the internet forever.
But not for long. But not for long. You're not my type, girl. You got the wrong impression. But not for long. Ilhan, not for long.
I gotta do my chores. Time to take out the garbage.
Another Somalian scam in Minnesota, but this couple got away with $7.2 million. After going to court and being convicted, the judge overturned it. They had a home health care business for 2 years without a physical address, like without a building, but a P.O. box. They overcharged Medicaid, overbilled them, didn't have documentation for the services that they provided. All this was provided in the courtroom, and the judge said, nope, we're gonna overturn the decision of the jury. So they got away with $7.2 million. Sarah West, the judge in Minnesota, Democratic judge in Minnesota, and then this is what the husband, I can't click out his first name right, but Youssef, last name. Yeah, crazy. So no accountability. You could go to Minnesota, scam millions of dollars, and you could get away with it. This is easier than robbing a bank. This is easier than robbing a bank, just falsifying a couple of documents, and there you go. You can have millions of dollars in Minnesota.
I've been saying that Black Americans don't have allies for the longest, right? Now, this proves my point. Out there in Minnesota, a young Black mother was looking for a daycare to put her children. What do you know? The Somalis run a 24-hour daycare. But when she get there, they don't want to give her a tour. They don't want to service her. And she says,
I tried to send my child to one of the 24-hour daycare centers because this is the only 24-hour daycare in Minnesota. The Somalis would not give me a tour. They did not want me to bring my kids to their daycare. It was because they was doing daycare fraud. Come to find out, another thing with them, they made it very clear their only agenda is to benefit the Somali community.
You know, most of these immigrants, they come here, they don't come here to ally with us Blacks. They don't come here to be our friends. They don't come here to service us. They don't come here to be around us. They come here to use America for whatever they can get out of it. That's something that we all have to remember, because that's what it is. You open a business here in America, then it's for everyone. You service everyone. You don't come to America to only service your own people. And that's one of the biggest issues that white Americans and Black Americans have with all immigrant groups right now in America. You guys come here and you don't even play by the rules, because before you had your own place, before you had your own little cities and towns, you had to come to our cities and towns. Guess what? You got all the services you need. So that's one of the biggest issues that Black Americans have with all immigrants. You guys come here, you think you're better than us. You don't treat us with any kind of respect. You don't respect our history. You don't respect our language. You don't respect our country. You don't respect us at all. But yet you expect us to respect you. You expect us to put our bodies on the line when ICE is chasing your ass down the street. No, sir. It's never happening again. Believe me, Black Americans do not have any allies, and we need to start marching and acting like it and voting and standing on that too.
We tried to tell y'all 20 years ago when y'all started mass immigrating to Minnesota that something would happen to your youth. But you guys chose to take that moment and talk about how lost and how violent and how uneducated our youth was. You guys took that opportunity when we were trying to tell you that something is going on with the system in Minnesota that causes minority youth to go crazy and basically out of their mind with war and hate. We try to tell y'all, right? 20 years ago, probably more than 20 years ago, we tried to tell y'all. Y'all took the opportunity to tell us how out of control our Black kids was and how lost they is and how better y'all is than us, right? Now look at it. Every time I turn on the news, y'all kids is on there shooting up schools, shooting up parties, shooting up malls, shooting up blocks, shooting up everything. It's almost like y'all brought that warrior, fighter, civil war stuff that's over there in y'all country. It's almost like y'all brought it here. And we tried to tell y'all, invest in community things for the children. We tried to tell y'all, invest in after school places for the children. We tried to tell y'all, invest in mentorship for the children. But guess what? Y'all ain't do it because y'all didn't want our little Black kids involved, right? Right? Now look at you. Y'all done bought up the Boys and Girls Clubs over in Minneapolis, planning on turning them into housing when really y'all need to turn them back into Boys and Girls Clubs so these kids can have somewhere safe to go where there are mentors that are going to help guide them into the right path for life. Let's talk about that. Y'all steadily building malls. Y'all steadily building housing. Y'all forgetting about schools for the kids. Y'all just then left them kids behind, huh? Y'all ain't even care about y'all kids. That's why y'all was talking shit about ours, huh? Now look at y'all, gotta backtrack. And y'all really need to link up with the other minorities on this, more specifically the Black ones, because we've been trying to tell y'all for 20 years that they done took the trades out the school. We done tried to tell y'all for 20 years that they done took all the community centers up out of the neighborhoods. We've been trying to tell y'all for years that they took all the programs and camps away from the churches. We've been trying to tell y'all that we seen the demise of our kids happening before our eyes while we are being oppressed and can barely do anything about it. Y'all came over here. Y'all got them government grants. Y'all using all of our government money to bring more people here, but y'all ain't doing nothing for the community. And that is exactly why y'all's kids is turning out just like ours. Y'all didn't want to help ours. Nobody's going to save y'all's. I hate to be the breaker of bad news, but the fact of the matter is we told y'all 20 years ago, but y'all was too busy. Oh, we're better. Y'all too busy doing that shit, right? Than to be listening and planning, huh? Now look at y'all. This administration on y'all ass, about to start redlining y'all, about to start taking everything away that they let y'all build. And look at y'all, didn't even build nothing for the kids. And now your kids is lost. And now they about to start filling up the prisons with them. They're not going to send y'all kids back to Somalia. They're going to start filling up the prison so they can get free labor out of y'all. Don't say we didn't tell y'all 20 years ago.
70,000, 80,000 Somalis sent to Minnesota so they could vote in Ilhan Omar. That's how it was set up. Do you know that they are inbred so much that their IQ is between 60 and 80? If y'all don't get y'all fraudulent, scamming, cross-eyed, big four-headed, ancestral asses up out of here. We know you married your brother. Take y'all illegal, scamming asses on. Get out. I'm on my way to Minnesota. I'm on my way to ask you questions. You didn't want to say nothing to the white boy that was asking. You wanted to threaten the white boy, but I bet you won't threaten me. I bet you won't tell me to get the fuck on. I bet I won't. Let's go to Minnesota. Let me call my brother and my best friend, and let's start a TV show. Let's go around to all these damn places and figure out what the fuck is going on. I'm already in Dearborn. Let's start there first. Those motherfuckers need to go to.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat. Am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro. We literally can't be black, bro. Boogie, did you eat your brain cells? Really and truly, Somalis are Arabs, bro. Think about it, bro. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. Bro, tell me I'm not lying, bro.
Are Somalis considered black? I'm sorry to be the one that sparks this debate, but it has to be done. I used to be of the opinion back in the day that, of course, we're black. Somalis, look at our skin tone. But as the years went on, my opinion started to change. If you're asking, are Somali skin tone black? Then of course, yes, our skin tone is. But then I realized as the years went on, it's nothing to do with skin tone, because even people who are considered black come in different shades of black. I started to realize that when people ask whether Somalis are black, it's a reference to are Somalis the same as other fellow African countries such as Nigeria, Ghana, and the countries within West Africa. And then I thought, no, we're not the same as those people. Yes, we're all from Africa, but a Moroccan isn't the same as a Nigerian, and a Nigerian isn't the same as a Somali. A Moroccan isn't considered black, a Nigerian is considered black, and a Somali, for some reason, it sparks a big debate. You got Somalis who say, we're not black, we didn't go through a slave trade. I don't think going through a slave trade is what makes you considered black first. And at the same time, why are we listening to Western societies who categorize people based on their skin tones? This is a white man, this is a black man, this is whatever, this is an Arab. So my question is, because I still don't have a definitive answer, can Somalis consider themselves black? I mean, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just asking.
Trump is calling for the deportation for Somali people, and he is sending ICE into the Somali community. Black people, you might want to sit this one out. Even though you can look at the Somali people and see that they have black, brown skin, you cannot tell them that. They say they don't look like black people. The culture is different. They don't want anything to do with blackness and black culture. They do not fuck with black people, and they get mad if you call them black. And the sad part is, this is deeply rooted. They are taught this shit in the churches, in their communities. Just take a listen to how they talk about black people.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, or most of them, were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat. Am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs.
Are you guys black? Are Habesha people black? I would consider. Okay.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it.
Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage.
Now, I'm not saying all Somalis feel like this. And I'm not saying that what Trump is doing is right. All I'm saying is, I'm going to just sit this one out. Do what y'all want. But let me know what you think in the comments.
I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black. Let me ask you a question. Are Moroccans and Egyptians black? Tradition, our history, our culture are so much more different compared to these other countries that are actually black. Josh Bill, if you're not black, what are you? I'm Somali. Let me ask you a question. If you were to see a very dark Indian man, would he be identified as a black person or just an Indian?
Bro, come on, bro. You're making me really look bad. Now what the hell wrong with you, man? These children are crazy up in here. Listen, bro. If you have black skin color, you are black. You don't see my face. You don't see your own face. What's going on? Somalis are black. They are both African and black. They are African because Somalia is in Africa. And they are black because we have black skin color. Black is not being black is not a race. It's not an ethnicity. It's a skin color. So if you have black skin color, you are black. I don't care what country you're from. India, Pakistan, Tajikistan. I don't care. It does not matter. If you have black skin color, you are just black. You cannot decide what skin color you have. You just have it, and that's it. These people you are showing and saying, these Moroccans black? These are not native Moroccans or Egyptians. These are the native Moroccans. Have you ever seen them? These are the native Egyptians. You don't see, and you will never see them because they don't show. They will never show you. You don't understand what's going on in this world. You're just talking. Learn. Don't just talk. Learn. Somalis are black, and ethnically they are part of Cushitic group. Afar, Oromo, Somalis, all this group. This guy is from Afar. It's an Afar guy. These guys are Oromos. I am a Somali. Do you see the difference? I don't. So I don't understand what you guys trying to find. You are just trying to be someone else. You just trying to be Arabs or something else. I don't understand what's going on up in here.
What do you think about Somalis that say that they're not black?
That is their highest fuck.
So you men are black, yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. What the fuck? Yo, let me ask you, why is there such a big spectrum for white people? Like, they go from Russia to fucking... I don't give a fuck. Spanish people are white.
Bro,
fucking Arabs are white. They're all white, but like... But when it comes to Africans, why can't there be a spectrum? Why can't it be one side to the other side? Black is black, bro. Look at our complexion. How you say we're not black? I mean, what?
Like, it's literally, we're the same.
Bro, we're all see this fucking world. He's like, what? Like, we're all the same, bro.
You're taking a piss out of us.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what it is too? I understand that some people feel like, because people used to take a piss out of Somalis. When we're growing up, they'd be like, oh, you're not black. That's what they used to say to us. You feel like, so there's a lot of people, they'd be like, you know what? We're not black. All right, we're not black. Fuck off.
Do you feel like it's based on black culture though? Because like when people think of black, they think of black culture, like African culture, Jamaican culture.
Bro, Somalis are very homogenous. We're just very we've never been really conquered.
Somalians claim that they are not black.
Wallahi, I'm not black. Wallahi, I'm not black.
So what color you in?
Bro,
I'm Somali. I'm not black.
What color are you?
I'm not black.
What's your color?
What's my color? I'm brown.
Bro, you're not black. This is you, bro. Bro, nigga has the same shit with the charcoal. And
bro, listen. I'm not black. I'm Somali.
You know, there's Somalia. You know what Somalians look like, right?
Yeah.
And Ethiopians, right? You think about them and how they look, and think about how, West Africans look. Are they the same race?
Well, very physical
dark,
characteristics.
Very dark.
Right?
Somalis look different than everybody.
Right.
Clearly, right? You know a Somali immediately, right? Same continent, same pigmentation, basically.
Very thin.
Yeah. Their facial structure very different. Why are they black? Why are they the same race?
On the other 80,000 Somali Americans call Minnesota home. Soon upwards of 100 ICE agents could be targeting them who living here, many understandably nervous. But according to census data, almost 58% of Somalis living in Minnesota were born in the U.S. That's nearly 6 out of 10. And of those who were born outside the United States, 87% are now naturalized citizens.
We're talking about American citizens. And so to the extent any federal agency is looking to terrorize the people of our city, the answer is quite simple. We stand with our immigrants. We stand with the Somali community. We stand with Latino people. We stand with anyone that is looking to make Minneapolis their home and are proud to be here.
I know many families are fearful tonight. They are. But I want you to know that City of Minneapolis stand behind you.
The police say that the ramped up immigration enforcement started in Minneapolis over the weekend. In fact, yesterday, a Fox 9 crew capturing agents questioning 2 men from Somalia who say they were stopped and had to prove that they were living here legally. Well, soon after our crew arrived, those agents left, prompting Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara to reassure residents they have no role in these actions.
The Minneapolis Police Department
does not work with federal law enforcement for the purpose of conducting immigration enforcement. We don't provide information to federal immigration authorities. We don't ask people about their immigration status. Our mission is clear: to protect life, to uphold the law, and to maintain safety for all people in our communities.
Now, the owner of a cafe in the Carmel Mall believes that business has been slower than usual the past few days because specifically the rhetoric by President Trump. She says that people are afraid to go out in public, fearing that they will be stopped by ICE agents. She says that because of the spotlight that's been put on the recent fraud cases here in Minnesota, the president is unfairly painting the entire Somali community with a broad brush.
I don't steal any money. I'm American. I'm a business owner. I'm working. I've been in America 26 years. I have my own house. I don't do nothing. So all the Somalians, they're not bad.
Yeah, regardless of someone's immigration status, legal experts are encouraging everyone to make sure they understand their legal rights. And they say it's probably best to keep your documents with you at all time in case you are stopped. Also seek help from an immigration attorney in advance if you have specific questions.
Silence in my courtroom, TikTok. Silence in my courtroom. Somalians. Hey, Somalians. Y'all really stepping y'all feet into some shit you don't want to step in, bro. You know that? Let me tell y'all Somalians something. Man, y'all really got life fucked up with the Black Americans. And I'm talking to all Black Americans. Every last one of y'all Black Americans. I'm talking about men and women and children. Young men and young boys and young girls and young ladies. Y'all better listen to this judge. You can't be fooled. Listen to me, y'all. I'm finna show y'all something. You think that's something? Man, this shit here, it gonna get you. It gonna get you. It gonna get you. Somalians. Listen, I almost had just one little bit of sympathy for y'all. But now, my name is Daffy Duck, Somalian. And you know why they call this judge Daffy Duck? Because that Flatfoot don't give a fuck. Get y'all asses out this country. Because this what y'all think? I'm gonna show you something. And I'm gonna stop it on that end too. Because I still got something to say.
Trump is about to deport hundreds of Somali Americans right now.
Moving on, 64 Somalis arrived at the JKIA today after being deported from the United States. The 71 were accompanied by U.S. security officials.
Y'all remember when they was telling Black Americans that they could get deported? Remember? 5 minutes later.
When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen.
Now, if Ilhan Omar, Somalian refugee, can't get deported, a Black American most definitely can't get deported. We've been leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community and from the Muslim community in Minnesota. And we're gathered here today to fully support and endorse President Trump.
We're not Black, we're not Arab, we're Somali. Let me start off by why we're not Black. This is Black. This is brown, and there's not a single person in the world that's this can. Do your research. Black is the absence of color. It's what you get when there's no color. It's what you get when you turn off the light. You get black. And yes,
we are Somalis, not Black. There, I said it. Somalis are not Black.
For a very long time, the Somali community or Somalis in America have not wanted to identify with Blackness. They have not wanted to identify with the Black community or have wanted nothing to do with the Black Americans. But now that Donald Trump is threatening to deport all of them, or most of them, if not all of them, that's when they are now calling for Black unity. That is when they are remembering Black Americans. Now they want Black Americans to stand with them during this tough time. Now they want Black people to help them fight Donald Trump. They are now all of a sudden calling for Black unity.
Somali says Black Americans don't know their fathers.
And Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They would tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. And I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No.
Now, that's where I came to. That's what I stopped at right there. There's another part where I'm going to show you on this thing right here. Because I got something to say. Somalians. Poor Somalians. Let me tell you something. Motherfucker, I know my father. All my brothers and sisters know their fathers. All of us do. And everybody else know we do. You little smart ass, red face. Yeah, this is Black. Yeah, that's brown. I'm a Black American. But I'm going to try to tell you something. It's you, man. Let me tell y'all Somalian something. You right. Y'all look more like monkeys. See, white people got this fucked up. We don't look like monkeys. Y'all do. Look in the mirror and then look at a monkey. That's what they call monkeys, you stupid ass. Y'all is the poor, uneducated ones. We know the difference between our colors. We know what our skin color is about. We go with that black pride, black power. We go with that. And we brown and yellow skin too. And we black. We all them shades of colors of our love. That's who we are. Man, y'all Somalians, man, let me tell y'all something. Y'all got so many kids by one woman, have 55 kids by y'all. Y'all grew up and married each other. That's why y'all probably know y'all fathers. Because y'all don't even know if you marrying or screwing or fucking your own brothers or sisters. So don't tell me that. Because all y'all got the same last name. All y'all got the same first name. All of y'all got the same middle name. Oh yeah, we got our names. Oh yeah, our fathers and our grandmothers and all of them, they give us our name because they give us through the generations, through our roots. That's how we get our name, through our roots, you stupid idiots. I don't know what's up with y'all Somalians. And I'm glad that y'all showed y'all true colors. But you tell your fucking leader over there, we know who our fathers is, and don't play game with us in our country. Because we would text that ass talking about them family members. Now, I'm glad that y'all did that. I'm glad that y'all voted y'allself out of here. Donald Trump, get these hoes out of here. Get these bitches out of here, man. Because I'm going to tell you just like this. Man, shit, get off me. Get off me. You fighting and screaming, trying to come out all us for help. We ain't going nowhere. Black American men's, Black American women's. Y'all better not get out there and help them damn Somali or no motherfucker else color but the Black Americans. You let them MAGAs help them Black MAGAs. That's where y'all let go help them stupid ass idiots. Don't never, ever talk about our family down here. You don't know shit about us down here. All I see is a bunch of men sitting on the floor listening to your stupid ass. You stupid ass motherfuckers up there and down there in Somalia. Yes, I said it. And I hope TikTok let it go through to your ass. Because I'm going to post after repost with the Moses. You dig me? So I was in my courtroom. You Somalians, poor Somalians, get what you deserve what you get. Now get your ass up out of here. You coming here trying to scam these white people out of their money. And they got y'all asses. And they got y'all asses. And they got y'all asses. Oh, Ilhan Omar, let me tell you something. Whenever they come at a community, they come at a community. They did the Black community like that a long time ago. Now y'all finna see how it feel. Now y'all finna feel the true power from them people that did it to us. And believe me, we way stronger than y'all. We way stronger than y'all. We way stronger than y'all. Somalians. You want to talk about our mothers and our fathers. We do know who our fathers is. We know who our forefathers is. I keep telling the Black Americans down here that we is not part of you or them Africans up there because we are Black American. We will never be identified like y'all. We too intelligent to be identified like y'all. Why you think they brought y'all stupid asses down here to this country? Because they know y'all stupid ass gonna get them what they want. And now once they got what they want out y'all punk asses, boom, back up to where you go. Back up there where you go. Back up there where you go. Heh, I'll be back, Somalians. Because now y'all got the judge can't be fooled up in the uproar. Up in the uproar. Up in the uproar. TikTok. Good day. Here I come. I will be back for them Somalians.
Welcome back. You've seen the video. You've seen how a cleric, a Somalian Muslim cleric, was busy educating his congregation and telling them that Black Americans don't know their fathers, that they are all products of one night stand, that they don't know their fathers. That is the rate at which they disrespect and hate Black Americans in America. They tried all they could to actually take over, the position Black America has right now. But right now, what do you think? God has really clamped them down. And now, what I said I'm going to tell you in this video is, these particular people you're saying, these Somalians, are even saying they're not Africans. Let me tell you one thing, I'm African, right? Somalia cannot compare themselves with any part of Africa. Where would I even say is the least? We're talking about like Niger, Mali and all of that. That is where they can be classified. To be honest, Somalians cannot be classified where you classify any of the country, even Ghana, Nigerians, even Uganda, that is not that big. Somalians cannot come close. The rate at which they became so proud is what I'm still shocked for. I'm serious. Because on a normal ground, these people cannot even see a Nigerian and stand and want to claim rights. Talk more of going to America to claim rights. They must leave. Their time has come and they must leave. It doesn't matter what they're saying, they will leave. Nobody is promising you any Minnesota after 2,000 years or 3,000 years. They're all false. Who will give you that country? How many years have people stayed there? I think they said they've stayed for just 30 years. So how will they give you the country? Somebody's state, they will take it and give it to you. Are you okay? Come and live and go to your shit country. I can't live in Somalia. I cannot live in Somalia. Somalians are always on the run. They're always running from one place to the other. I was always shocked to hear that these people actually exist in America. I was so shocked to see that. But that's the truth. Anyways, let me stop here. I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you had any altercation with them? Have they treated you anybody? Although I've seen some people in America say they're really good people. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that they came to take something that is not theirs. And God held them like this by their neck. And that's what happened. Right? I'll stop here. Do not forget to share this video, subscribe, like. My name is Blessing or BJ on Global Gist with BJ. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.